Hi there, Jonathan here, back with you once again. So today, December the 4th, we're going to be talking really about what is going to be the plan for December. So if you remember, if you've seen back previously, there were a couple of areas where I saw I needed to address things compared to my previous funnels. We've got a potential hole in our profits here because we hadn't gotten a cart abandon sequence in our funnel 2, and also we needed keep moving this around, we needed to fix or try and find a solution to this CPM, why it was costing us so much more to do our targeting in our second funnel rather than our first. So that's what we're going to be going through today, and I made some changes yesterday. I want to show you what those are, and yeah, hopefully you can see what we're doing then, and we'll be monitoring how that works and how that progresses through. So yeah, let's have a quick catch up on yesterday. Well, thankfully yesterday we did see an uplift here, up to 947 in sales, so that's probably the best we'd seen for a good few days. Spent a lot of time in the dodgy areas of borderline profit loss area. But anyway, we made a good result with that yesterday. Yesterday, our ad spend, interestingly, once again, Facebook slightly underspent on my actual daily budget. No idea why. Normally, it tends to go the other way. Normally, it tends to go above. I noticed they now write in the words daily average rather than actually what you'll spend. But maybe that's why it's cut back, because really over the last few days it's been overspending, probably during that whole Black Friday period, which really didn't do me any favors at all. Anyway, so we spent $402 yesterday, which is $532, and brought us a profit of $415 yesterday. So yeah, far more like it, where we want to be. So effectively, we're not quite doubling our sort of return on ad spend there, but getting closer to it. And today we're at 116. It's 8:30 in the morning. So yep, no idea what that's going to look like for the day. But anyway, let's look at what we are going to do. Just a quick sort of recap. When I was looking at the monthly, the 3-month summary, I saw we had a big drop off in profits. We also had a dip in sales, which was paralleled in the profit side. But that's okay, because the main thing is I want these two lines to be on a parallel with each other, or if anything, the bottom line getting closer to the top, because this is what's important, the actual profit line. Sales, big sales numbers are all well and good, but really if you're not making the profit, it's all a bit pointless. Anyway, we saw this gap opening up here, and partly that was very clear by the fact that this is during the time when I was starting a brand new funnel. So we were sacrificing really sales and profitability, because we're chucking ad spend at a brand new funnel, working things out. So inevitably that was going to be losing money to start with. And that's one of those things people forget, is the fact that I think often I expect or assume that sales funnels make money from day one, and you just have to learn how to scale them. Not at all. I think if you made a profit when you first launch your funnel, you're very fortunate, and probably it's down to luck than anything else. Getting the profitability and getting things to move and scale takes time and focus and effort. So anyway, we saw this dip down, and it was a case of just trying to be able to explain to myself exactly what was driving it, so I didn't go into a panic about it, so I understand what I needed to do in the month ahead. So yeah, I went through a couple of days ago the actual breakdown of everything, and one of the things that stood out, I say, was this. How do I move myself out of the way? Okay, here we go. Because obviously the funnels we're tracking. So this is top my original funnel where most of the ad spend goes and most of the revenue is coming from at the moment. The bottom is the new funnel that's just literally started. Maybe it's into its third week now. Sort of it's on the stage. Oh dear, where have we gone? It's on the stage where it's probably borderline profitable at the moment. So there's a number of things that we need to go in and fix about it. So one of the things was obviously I didn't have a cart abandon sequence. So as we all know, or maybe don't know, when people come to your order form, I'm going to stick myself there. This is my second one. What they do is they actually fill in their first name, last name, and email, and then they proceed to the payment stage. So, and this goes across basically all online businesses. People will do the first part and then either slightly have cold feet about it, or get distracted, or change their minds, or something crops up anyway, and they don't fulfill on the payment. Now, actually, in a lot of e-commerce side of things, this can be up to like 70% of people who start the process don't complete it. So it's a huge number. In my numbers, it's about 60% was in my current funnel, and in my new funnel, it's about 50%, which is absolutely fine. There's nothing sort of wrong with that. But what I put in place with this first funnel is basically a cart abandon sales email sequence. So this is an email sequence, that sends a series of emails in case people, just to remind them that they can still go and complete their order, and there's a whole sequence which I'm going to show you in a second. So I didn't have that in place, but as you can see, that recovers a huge amount of money when you think that the initial offer only made 10,000. There was a whole, let's say, 50% of people or 60% of the people who didn't go through. I managed to recover another just over $4,000 from those people. So it is a massive thing. You absolutely need that in your sort of sales funnel. I hadn't got it just because I hadn't had time to build it, really. So let me just walk through what that actually is. If I go here onto my campaigns. So this is basically a cart abandon sequence. It's a series of 5 emails that basically, the first one is like, just sent 30 minutes after. So this is triggered if they don't complete their order. So they get an email after 30 minutes, an email after an hour, and then one day apart. So these are 2 little quick reminders, prompts, for people who may have got distracted and just didn't complete the order. Here's a couple of bits of emails that send people to a video that has some tips, or shares a sort of video. These are sort of delivering extra bits of value as well as promoting the course. And then there's a final one that just sort of tries to gather feedback to understand why people didn't buy. So the idea of that one, we're just trying to see if we can get people to respond to that, to give us more information of either questions that they had that we didn't answer, things that they were unsure about, so ways that we can actually improve our offer. So it serves a number of purposes, really. Because they're on our email list now, we can try and gain that order, but if we can't get that sale at the time, maybe we can deliver some value to them and build that relationship, and maybe with this final email we can find something that might be missing from our offer and improve it. So it serves a lot of purpose, and you get a lot of value from that. So that's the first thing. That's now in place. So over the coming month, we'll be able to see if we can start to generate some extra revenue from cart abandon sequence. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to look at today was to say that's like my cart abandon sequence. The next bit was the CPM, or cost per thousand impressions. So one of the things that I noticed, again, here's the two funnels. This is the new one on the top and the old one on the bottom. What it was costing me to reach those audiences, as you can see, it was costing me like 4 times the amount. So the cost CPM, cost per thousand impressions, of my new funnel was £21, my old funnel 15, and they are targeting very similar audiences. Now there's a couple of aspects to this. One was the fact that actually for most of this time when the funnel's been out, it's been in the learning phase. So my theory was definitely the fact that whilst it's in the learning phase, you're going to pay a lot more per 1,000 impressions. Mine's now come out the learning phase. As I say, we clocked up 38 conversions in a 7-day period, and that allowed us to actually move into the active phase. So we're going to see if that helps bring the conversions down. Conversions brings the CPM down closer, and then the second thing is all about putting more creative in it. So let me just show you what we've done. So in order to do that, what I did, this is my I duplicated the ad set. So this is the ad set for my second funnel where the CPM was high, and literally what I've done is expanded the audience slightly. So this was just US, UK. This was then went to Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. And I also have opened it up to both male and female 50 plus, whereas this was male 50 plus. What I'm hoping is the fact that it's got enough data in this campaign that it knows who it's targeting and who it should be targeting. And really, by sort of opening up this targeting, moving out the learning phase, we'll start to see the CPM come down. And I literally did this yesterday, and these were the figures suddenly from yesterday. You can see my CPM is down at £13. Now, this is only the first day of actually, well, it hasn't really been a full day of running it. So whether these is a short-term sort of drop, but already this is considerably less. So we'll see if we can continue to move that down. And obviously another way we're looking at doing that is increase the creatives. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to shoot a whole series of short video ads. I'm going to put those into the campaign as well and see how they're going. So I've tried to make some very quick, rapid changes because, you know, I need to get this funnel turned around. And so what I'm looking to do is this combination of these three things. The first is that cart abandon sequence to recover some potentially lost revenue and also build relationship, and then reduce the CPM. That first piece I've done, I've expanded the targeting, and now need to focus on getting more creatives out into the campaign. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll have more creatives in there, and yeah, let's see if we can start to turn things around on this second funnel, and obviously as a consequence turn things around for the overall both funnels, and get our profits rising back up again. But we will see. As usual, we can just keep trying, keep looking at numbers and making changes. So that's all I've got for you today. And yep, we'll catch up again tomorrow, and I'll talk through actually what those ads were, how I've gone about them, and we'll see what's happening overall. Okay, until then, bye for now.